Hello people, this is Ryder here with the 100th album page through. With Wendy's third mini album. This has the name right. Cerulean Verge. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Cerulean Verge? You. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just Cerulean Verge. I kind of wish I knew what that meant, but it's definitely unique. So yeah, to give you a prospect of like what day it is, it's October 23rd. The Chill Kill page throughs just got released, and I think it was it at the beginning of the month that I queued up the first half of the 2025 page throughs. I think so. But basically, I finally finished working on CSM Gaim, so I'm finally gonna go through my backlog of albums I got on my birthday. But this one, I'm doing this one first, despite getting this one later, because on my photo gallery. Oops, what? My photo gallery, it says I got it on September 29th. So, but I pre-ordered this one first. Technically second. The first one I got was the SM 30th, or like the SM Town, the Culture, the Future. I attempted to get the family version. That package got seized. So, unfortunately, that one doesn't exist anymore. So, and that was supposed to be my birthday video this year, but that's not the case. Anyways, for this entry, we're only taking a look at the Photobook version, because that's what was only available on Choice Music LA. They had the keyring version too, but my sister looked at it and she's like, you don't need that. And, you know, because this is a special occasion, because it's Wendy, do these both, I think they're just called, like, version A and version B. I think that's what it is, but, you know, with the special occasion, because, and it was also, like, only $2 more, we have some pre-order bonus cards. So, the one that came with version A, Choice Music LA taped it, which is interesting, but we're finally going to take it out of the sleeve after almost a month. So we have, both of these are from the music video, which is nice. This one is the Make Star exclusive, as it's blue and states it being Make Star. Let's just do that. And then, for version B, we have this photo card. And this one is the Apple Music card, which actually has a border. I don't know how you're supposed to actually legitimate. Well, how do you order from Apple Music? I didn't even know the backs were actually different. But, you know, I think both of these had 2 cards each. So I think it was for, I don't remember which one, but I think it was Make Star. I was able So both of these had like 2 cards to them. I decided to go for 1 of each because I'm not that much of a completionist with, oh, obviously if you've been watching at this point, and Photo Card Supersonic, I'm only a completionist with certain sets, not completionist with every card. So it's just like, sure, I'll just get one or the other, or I'll get one of each pre-order set. So we will take this to the side. One thing, oh jeez. One thing too is that I was supposed to, so these came in a lot earlier than I was expecting, because this was a September 10th release. However, obviously, because of the situation right now in terms of how the US is operating stuff, and, you know, custom fees and such, Choice Music LA had a delay, but this delay isn't as bad as my pre-order before this one, because I have to wait until the end of this month, and I think I have to wait basically within the next 3 weeks for that order to get it. I'm sorry that I'm talking a lot. It's just that I'm very happy, or, you know, if this is the 100th album page through, we have to make a big deal about it. Because I actually thought it was Whiplash until I had to recount. So yeah, I really like this picture. I really like what they did here too. So, for anyone that doesn't know, in April of this year, Wendy and Yuri left SM. However, there's been a lot of misconception, because I guess I think you can kind of tell a lot, because a lot of these fans are Soul fans, my apologies. Or, a lot of people keep thinking that those two left the group. Even though, if you've been following the industry like I have, I don't want to say the industry, but just groups in general like I have for years, they've only left the company. They're still in the group. So, there's the spine right there. Okay. I've been using a really high ISO for a while, so unfortunately, I think I might have messed things up. So, there's the spine, and now she's under ASND, who also houses the remaining members of Promise 9. So, this is the track list. We'll go over it as we page through. So yeah, I think it's still the same production company, because Dreamist does a lot of the SM and Starship stuff. Flow might be new, but yeah. I think what I was going to say is that I really like this picture a lot, because it reminds me a lot of like the Elements concept photos for Chill Kill and such. I just really like it overall. But yeah, honestly, to start this off, I can't believe that I'm still kind of in disbelief. I was in disbelief this entire, like, promotion period, because it was also the time, too, that I had to start. I was, like, starting production on Power Rider 10. So, I was like, wait, no way that Wendy is actually having to come back already. That's why I keep joking with, like, every time I mention this. I'm like, guys, did you know that Wendy had a comeback? Oh, wow, this is... Oh, wow, that is really simple. That... Okay, so... Yeah, so that it's just a simple, like, flap. That is pretty neat. Ooh. Oh, you can... That thing is embossed. This thing is embossed. Wow. This is a really interesting cover. But, we get the track list here, too. But, I'll save it for later. So, here we have the cover. Ooh. Oh, wait. Wait, is this the back or is this a inclusion? I think this is an inclusion. Wait. Let's put that away. We have a lot to go over. Wow. I'm fully aware too, because obviously I looked at the album details because I was like, this is really interesting. So let's frame it like so. But yeah, well, let's actually look through the first few pictures first. But I think, in my opinion too, this reminds me a lot of Irene's concept for Like a Flower. It's not as gray, but like it's still like I'm not saying, obviously I'm saying this as like, oh, it's similar to this. Please do not please do not misconstrue what I'm trying to say. And unfortunately the thing too is that I still have yet to get her album. But yeah, because I haven't, obviously I always try to avoid seeing scans, and so sorry about the glare accessory. Is this a stage? I did not notice that. Like, this, is this actually artificial grass? I can't believe they filled out the white. Wait, I need to get more albums than this. Wow. Oh my gosh. They actually utilize their space. And I think this is like the right amount of flimsiness. Like, I don't feel like it's gonna fall apart or anything. Or I don't feel like I have to be too, like, you know, you should still be fragile, but, you know, I think it's still handled pretty well, but, wow, yeah, I didn't know this is a stage. Okay, I still have yet to watch the mood samplers, because I skipped all of that. I really like that there's, like, lyrics for the songs popping in once in a while, but, yeah, again, this, like, oh wow, look at that gradient. But this just reminds me of like a more like, oh, okay, this is gonna be a bad way of describing it. It's like a softer look of like her look from the Elements concept photos from Chill Kill. I think that's why I'm really jiving. That's not how I want to say it. That's why I like it. That's why like I think I really clicked with these photos, even though I do not recall seeing any of these in the teasers. I think these are the ones I recall seeing. I definitely recall seeing this. You can't see it. Wow, okay. I really do like how they're utilizing the white space. Like, again, like, I think stuff like this is fine. But like the fact that they are like actually willing to like intercut images to each other is pretty neat. And again, it's just simple. It's simple. Like, yeah, it's a gradient, but like I think that's actually cool. I don't know what these posters supposed to be. But I think these concepts have names. I unfortunately did not do a research beforehand because I decided to, because it was just more like I'm not pushing this off any longer. I want to get these filmed before we hit November because I really do want to actually sit there and work on Power Ryder 10 because I couldn't do that for the entire month. Sorry, I know we're not talking about Wendy. Just gorgeous overall. That's what I'll input. Oh. This is actually pretty neat. I know it's very small. Yeah, lyrics for X's. What can I say? Existential crisis. I think the lyrics are probably at the end, but maybe we'll actually talk about. I want to do another listen through this album. I've only done it twice. No. Yeah, I remember seeing these images more. So I think we're in the second half now. Yeah, I'll do that because again the light the lighting isn't doing me. The lighting isn't benefiting us. Sorry that you can hear that. Is this silicone? Yeah. I really do like hate. I think she officially confirmed that it was titled Hate Squared. Trying to feel. I think that's supposed to be a cat. I think this is its head. It's just turned sideways. I like these simple pictures. Is this an exclusive set? What the heck? I've never seen this outfit. I guess here it's more endearing than what they did with her previous mini album, which I should say, I think that's why I should probably have brought up. I did her second mini album as a live stream because I did not want to deal with putting. I just wow, I just would rather keep consistency and not like because it's a really bad excuse. Because it's literally just more of like, wow. I wonder what version B is gonna have. I'm surprised no one's brought this up. I thought I would have. That's what people did with her other other mini album. People were like, "What the heck? She had a secret concept." But because I feel like this is what people would have called, "Wow, look, she had foil in a dream." Oh wow. Jeez. I'll probably explain it at the beginning of the next recording. Okay, so there, the credits for that, was it Fire? No, Fireproof was not the pre-release. Well, I mean, there was no pre-release, but I'll talk about the songs next too, just because we're almost out for this recording. I was not able to pick up like 25% of this English. I did not know about. There's no original titles. But, Chapter U is entirely in English. Oh, right. I think I did remember that. I know that song is actually starting to become big. Or like that one. That Chapter U is now actually starting to get traction. So, and yeah, that is it for that. Yeah, the concept video. Can I do this in the next 2 minutes? No, but I'd rather change out the battery. Alright, we're running at 100%. Oh, shoot. Yeah, we still have it here. The postcard. We can do a comparison. Like, look, you can't tell me I'm wrong. Look how similar they are. Don't say I'm wrong. Alright, let's go over the poster first. So, it's pretty simple, but it's a nice material that's not gonna, it's not too flimsy. Okay, so this is the sticker pack, comprising of all of the tracks of the song, or the track list. I really do like that they're all in different fonts. I really do like that. It gives them their own personality. Obviously, we don't need to bore the photo card because we know what we're gonna get. Not that we know, but like we obviously know who it's gonna be. Wow. Yeah, again, I really do. I find this design really interesting, or this aesthetic to be interesting. It's the postcard. The postcard is interesting. Like, the postcard, I think, is interesting that it is like this. So I'll give it that. But it is interesting that it is of that photo. We got a Polaroid. Okay. I was like, is this authentic? But I don't think so. You can tell that it was printed. So, for this, so for all these versions, they have 2 photo cards each because there's a total of 6 per version. So, for this one, I think they all have different messages, so I think that you should technically already know what it is, but we got the outside shoot for this And then for this one, we have another, or we have one of the outdoor, or this is technically the outdoor, this is the indoor shoot. So it's really nice. I obviously do not know the layout for this. I don't think I looked at it at all. Just because it was just more of like it was just more of like, well, it shouldn't really matter at the end of the day. It's not like, was it in here? Where it wasn't. Yeah, I think it was like that. Again, with how things are, it's just like, yeah, I don't know if I can go through the effort of like trying to like actually like complete collections like that. Okay. So, let's try to talk about her second mini album. Because I need to, because obviously it will be, because obviously I think people are going to be confused of like, hey, like, you've mentioned, well, okay, at this point too, I've mentioned it already, so it's been mentioned already, but I can't get, they're still here, because they're buried, but no, if I had cards, they would be on the top. But it was more the poor excuse of like sensitive vocabulary. So here we have version B, to which the blue is still the same. So I think it would have been interesting if they chose a color that actually like was complementary to this concept, but I think from what I know with this hairstyle, she basically said it was supposed to be in resemblance to her hair during the Rabbit Festival finale. But this one, however, is a different cover. Oh. I keep forgetting the posters. Okay, yeah, I got it wrong. It was supposed to be in the first page, but I put it in the wrong page. Alright. Oops. Sorry. Let's move on to version B. I know this was the one people were like freaking out more on. I won't get into the stuff I've read because they were funny. They were funny, but you should not hear it from me. Also sensitive vocabulary. No. But like, I think it is pretty interesting that like, white is pretty prominent throughout these two concept photos. Like both of her outfits are white. So yeah, I assume it's going to be the same like formatting, just a different set of pictures. Which again is refreshing to see, especially. Well, I mean, I think when obviously she was under SM, they were kind of slightly doing a better job at that. But yeah, I think I can finally talk about the songs now. But yeah, this album was one of the very few albums I actually listened to right away. Because if you know, I'm pretty bad at that. The last time I did that was literally with Super Junior 25. But yeah, I did listen to this album like not directly on release, but like at least what the heck? Wow, okay, yeah, those boots don't really match this outfit. But there's that. Oh, I was gonna say like they were almost like pretty close at making these blend in, but I think that's more of a coincidence. But yeah, because I saw this, they uploaded this picture, but yeah, overall like I really like this album a lot. I definitely do think it is a step up from her second album or her second mini album, because I think if I have to be honest now, like I did like that like her second mini album, they like a bit that they did allow some creative freedom. What is? I don't know what this fry's doing here. Look at that apple. But I mean, again, like Red Velvet always does a thing with apples, like messing up apples. Wow, look at this feather. That's not feather. But look at that umbrella. But like listening to this album, or it is a feather umbrella. But like listening to this album and then like thinking back, it's just like yeah, I think I can definitely say like, because this is an album like I enjoyed all the tracks for, with Existential Crisis being my favorite of the. Oh. My favorite of the tracks. That's actually cool. Connective. There's things linking both of these photos because of this. Wow. Okay, that's actually cool. I don't typically see stuff like that in these concept photos. So that's actually cool. But I really like Sunkiss. I've been going back and forth. Not back and forth. I go back to that one a lot. I've been watching. I watch that music video constantly. And then it's back to like Existential Crisis. I definitely do want to give this album another listen. I just haven't been able to like actually like go back to it because I need to direct my attention to like, because I needed to direct my attention to CSM Gaim. I needed to actually watch back a few sections of Gaim to like make sure I was correct about certain stuff. So when I had free time or like on my downtime, that would tend to be the only time I would like go back to this or the next page through. But ooh. Oh wait, are the last two concepts or what the digipack are? Because this is one of the cover. This is one of the looks she had for the digipack. I think that might be the case. What is that shirt? This is probably my favorite hair of hers throughout the entire concept. I know, like, she always likes having extensions and such, but it's just like, come on, Wendy, just show your, like, show your real hair. That's gonna be used against me in the next one. But I think, okay, so like, I'm pretty sure, because what's interesting about these pictures is that they take place at one setting. Alright, these are one, oh, never mind. But yeah, I really like this look of her. I'm pretty sure if I wanted, like, if I wanted cards of this look of her, then, like, I think it's only from the digipack. But then again, there's 6 cards, so I wouldn't know. But, yeah, if I did this one right away, I probably would have been able to, like, riff off of, like, oh, wait, the umbrella is still here, too. Huh. I would have been able to, like, riff off of, like, yeah, this is what I like about each track and such, but unfortunately, I can't do that. I'm just going to say that I really enjoyed this album, because I feel like with her second mini album, I did enjoy it, but it was like, like, you know, that one was fine. Like, it wasn't bad, but it was just like, you know, it was just more of like, I think you can tell with this album, this is more her, in a sense. Like, I don't want to say, like, to the extent of, like, this is more, like, it's more personal to the extent. But, like, I think you can definitely tell, like, she, like, actually was able to have input into this album and, like, give her own, like, sense. As opposed to what they did with their second mini album. Because these 2 songs she helped write. But I want to assume, I mean, she wrote this one because she's listed first. Or I think she mainly wrote this one because she's listed first. She probably assisted on this one. But, did she arrange? No. I thought there was one she arranged, but... No, there's no arrangement. So, yeah, she wrote the lyrics, or she helped participate writing the lyrics for Existential Crisis and Hate Square. Which is why I think it's surprising that she didn't write Chapter U. But, I'm gonna have to definitely give this one another listen. Was it, I think Believe was technically the pre-release, like the quote-unquote pre-release. I still have yet to watch the video, unfortunately. But, here are the staff. I think apparently the music video for the music video shoot, they had us, they shot something in the SM Studios. I think that's what it was called in the credits, so apologize for oh jeez. Okay, luckily we didn't spoil what they were. There's no, what I think people, excuse me, there's no, I think from what I know in the photo cards, there's no like what people call egg photo. Like what they did with her second video. I still can't believe I got that one. Again, we got another nice poster. This one's really nice as a poster. See, I don't know, like, them being outside feels like, oh, this is exclusive. But, so this is another sticker pack, but this one's actually different because now the colors are inverted. The CD is... The slip is the same. I'm pretty sure the colors are inverted. I'm correct. I kind of wish the cover or the slip for this one matched the cover, but oh well. We got the postcard of this look, which is, so yeah, that's actually cool that the postcard is based off of the last few pictures. The Polaroid. That's a really nice photo to do as a Polaroid. See, this one I think looks more aesthetically right for a Polaroid. So then, for two photo cards, so the backs are different because it's primary white. We have this one, and then we have, ooh, when does this one take place? I don't think this is the music video, but it might be. That is interesting. I thought I would have gotten, I think it was more of a coincidence that, because like, I think what I know, they're not just like two, I think these are just two cards like randomly pulled from a pile. I don't think it's, hey, like you're always going to be guaranteed to get these two cards, but I think that's how it is. I don't know. But we got, well, technically this one was on top, so we got these two. So that's neat. Let me stop the recording and then get myself set. So with with the 100th album page through done and over with, you know, I keep saying this for all the 2025 page throughs, or it's either, well, we need to like cut down on our aespa albums, and hey, thank you for supporting this series despite it being 5 years late. You know, just thanks to everyone that does come by and like watch my like older entries that I've like recently put up and such. And you know, I mean, like, obviously, like, this is such a weird choice for this channel, but it just had to, like, it was only the case just because of, like, you know, because at the time I was, like, more trying to figure out, like, hey, we need to have main channel, like, it was more like, hey, like, we should probably have a main channel adjacent series for the second channel, because the main channel's been getting, the main channel was getting a lot of second channel adjacent series for its channel. So I thought it was a fair trade-off of, like, then the second channel should get a main channel adjacent series, so then it can balance it off. but unfortunately it just took me years to like actually have the confidence to like actually put them out, just because of like well, I mean, it was a lot of factors. It's just like, well, shoot, the final overview didn't finish, so we didn't get, the viewers didn't get the actual transition of like, hey, like we're actually gonna be like starting to do K-pop content, adjacent content and such. And unfortunately, that's been kind of like crowding through the main channel, and it's like that was not the plan, because this series was kind of like supposed to be that point of like, hey, like let's just cover these things just because it's like, I think it would be fun. Like, yes, as simple it would have been to been like, hey, let's just, why isn't this on the main channel and such, because these could have, like, I get that it's also probably just because like obviously we're not using unboxing in them, so obviously it's, people are not going to be searching through it. And like the thing too is that I don't think people would know these are technically unboxings, just because it's like we have page through tacked on. But I mean, it's also probably just because the, you know, people probably recently don't want to hear my commentary over this stuff. People kind of just want to get a like quick feel of like, hey, this is what I should be expecting when this comes to me, and like move on and such. But like, I don't know, I guess it's just more of like, again, my case is just more like, I want to just kind of like my demos of like, the whole point of this series was just more like, hey, let's give off the experience, let's show off everything as much as we can for these things, for people that are not going to be able to get these things for themselves, or don't really have an interest. They can just watch one of these and like see everything that's like presented, and then like get the like feel of like, okay, I felt like I practically owned it, because like obviously some people are not going to be fortunate enough to like actually uh own, or, you know, some people might have to like scrap up a bit just to like even get something like this and such. I feel like that's just kind of been my goal in terms of like, that was my goal with like the reviews and like stuff like this. It's just like, I want to try to cover as much as possible, so then for people that are not going to be fortunate enough to even like get that thing, they can get the entire experience by watching, like by watching what I have to put out, and then like get it and such. I feel like that was kind of like, I guess, my whole premise and such. So like, because unfortunately with reviews, I can't necessarily like this. I think this is technically the first thing. Well, I mean, weirdly enough, it's been only the second channel I've been like actually making reference of like, hey, this is the 100th thing and such, because on this channel previously for the 100th video, I put out the teaser for Power Ryder Decisive Trade of the Summer and such. And then for obviously for this one, it's like, hey, this is the 100th. I mean, it's not really in particular, but because we've already got to 5. And I think it was I Have Empathy or Whiplash. I think it was Whiplash, but that's why I was like, no, I can, like, you know, the first 5 obviously were like, or not the first 5, but there's like 5 like books and such. But this is like the 100th album that we're covering in this series. Yes, we're at 105, but like, you know, I think to get the 100th album video, I think that's something to like worth celebrating, especially for a series that got held back for 4 years. I yeah. Is this gonna overheat? Because I want to film the next entry already, but I'll have to do this page through. This is Ryder, and I'll leave people. Bye and thank you.